Welcome back to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda, giving you all the latest updates on anything and all things Ravens. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's dive into the latest I have for you today. So, game status updates for Sunday. Going to pretty much predict this for you, but it seems doubtful anyway. But Isaiah Likely wasn't at practice again. Patrick Ricard was not at practice again either. So both of their statuses, it's pretty self-explanatory. They're probably not going to play in Sunday's home opener against the Browns, which is fine. Still, Isaiah, I've said in my previous video that Likely is definitely working hard to get back in. I think he'll be back sometime, hopefully, in the next week or at the latest week 4, and I really want him against the Chiefs. That's all I care about in terms of when I want him back. Ricard still not really sure what's going on with him. Hopefully he comes back next week or the week after. I just want him them both back before that Chiefs game. Because Lord knows we're going to need all hands on deck for that one because the refs are going to be coming out in full swing. Travis Kelce is going to be coming out in full swing, trying to bait everyone to throw a punch at him. Because come on, we all know. Come on. Anyway, Matabike came back for practice. Harbaugh predicted this the other day, saying that he had something going on with his ankle and he was going to be back at some point tomorrow, and he was. So Matabike is definitely going to play in Sunday's opener against the Browns, and Jair Alexander was a full go at practice. So I'm really hoping for Jair Alexander's sake that he has a bounce back game. You've been at practice a few times now and had a full game in, so I'm hoping that, and you're up against an inferior team. 80 yards plus allowed through the air from a guy like you. We need something better from you, man. I mean, I want. It's not like I need you to get an interception or anything. I just need you to be on lockdown. You're going up against a team that's not a Super Bowl contender, not a playoff team right now. So time for you to really get your confidence back, and this game is perfect for it. Home opener against the Browns. I mean, I want to see him, make a complete shutdown of the Ravens, for the Ravens defense against this Browns team. Moving on. So Jerry Jeudy made some comments the other day. He was asked how it was kind of players like to stir the pot because they can get views out of it, get clout out of it. Jerry Jeudy was asked how he feels about the Ravens secondary, and he said they're not scary at all. And Kyle Hamilton had a lot to say about it. So Kyle Hamilton was, when asked about what Jerry Jeudy's comments, Hamilton said he's not a big believer in bulletin board material, and guys are going to say things. Was I not going to play hard before he said that? Come on, it's Jerry Jeudy. I'm sorry, he's not like a Jamar Chase or Amon-Ra St. Brown guy. He's just stirring the pot. It's kind of like a okay, type of thing. So I'm with Kyle Hamilton here. It's like, what do you mean? First game, you're not scared of us? Yes, our first game of the season was not the best, but we know how to make get back games. So him responding and saying, yeah, okay, it's I'm still gonna play the same way I always play. Also asked about how this relates to last week, and he said last week was last week. You don't forget it. You learn from it. Practice has been very intentional this week. I mean, this team really wants to prove that they can close out games. I want them to see them prove that they can close out games, not a one game and then the Ravens are back. No. It's a full consecutive season of them closing out games. It's not like this Ravens team is, in my opinion, the best team in the NFL. It's just that they always lose to themselves. They could have beaten the Bills last week, but instead, we all know what happened. But anyway, it's not. These comments are just it's clout chasing. It is trying to stir the pot a little, get the game, watched across media and just making sure that they're getting some views. Okay, getting some more views than they already are. And Jeudy's probably thinking more about his Instagram followers or something like that. I don't know, but we all know, the truth. Like this, it's more like that type of thing, you know. Anyway, moving on. So there's a contract update for you here. Roquan Smith had his contract restructured, if I may say. This restructurement included opening up $9 million in cap space. I don't know I don't know what this means intentionally. I don't know if what exactly this like cap space opener actually means. His, I mean, it's great. It's to create breathing room. They converted 12 million of his $15 million base salary into a bonus. So this created $9 million more in cap space. I don't know what maybe it's just Eric DaCosta saying, okay, we need to kind of take some load off a little bit of the cap space because we need to make room to figure out contracts for other players. I don't know if this is true or not, but to me it says that he's opening up more space for contract extensions or for possibly free agents or even a trade. So this is just speculation here, but think about it. $9 million cap space is a lot, So maybe he's opening up the cap space here, and I don't know if this is true. This is just my theory. He's trying to figure out how he can keep Tyler Linderbaum, Isaiah Likely, and get that Lamar contract extension done. Eric DaCosta can work magic, but that's a lot of magic it's a lot of magic to ask for. But again, this is behind the scenes stuff. We don't know what exactly it's for, except for the fact that it just creates a little bit more breathing room in the cap space area. But we don't know. Maybe we're trying to open up space for Jadeveon Clowney or something like that. Again, not sure what the game plan is here, but something's brewing. I know that. So, and it's brewing to the fact that maybe we're looking at an extension, or maybe we're looking at picking up some guy on the free agency block or a trade. That's all that I know about it, and that's all my speculation about it. Last thing here. So Zach Orr was asked how he felt about the game, and he said, just our fundamentals and technique. We wore down in that aspect as the game went on. We're not making excuses. We've got to be better. We've heard this over and over again from John Harbaugh. We've got to be better. If you're going to be better, prove it. We need to sit. We're sick and tired of the words. Put it in action, please. It's like, we've got to be better. We've got to close out games, yada, yada, yada. It's like, come on. We're sick and tired of that message. It's a John Harbaugh answer. But here's where I think we see some hey, it's my fault here. Orr took the blame for the Ravens allowing the late second quarter points. He said that they knew what was coming and he made a bad play call. That's kind of pretty cool that Zach Orr took accountability for that. He took accountability for the defense laying it off, taking a foot off the gas a little bit here. So I think this is I hope, I'm not going to say I think, I hope this is a learning experience for Zach Orr to be like, okay, we can never let that happen again. We need to make sure that we shut them down and close out the game, and for us, and keep the offense on the field, our offense on the field. So, but again, what do we know? Video will go up for the Browns game on Monday, and hopefully it's in a much better mood than I was last time I had a video come up for a game post game. But we will see. I think the Ravens are going to have a real comeback game here from their Bills game, but I don't want to jinx anything here, but I'm just going to say that I think they're going to handle this one pretty well, and I'm hoping they do, and I hope we see a lot of change happen. Of course, we're not going to see the change with Daniel Falele, but we're going to hopefully we see a lot of effort level changes happen especially late in the fourth quarter. Thank you for tuning in to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. And also, by the way, Ed Reed jersey for Sunday. That's what I'm going with. Thank you for tuning in again. Have a good one, everyone.